Mother's Day without mom. Happy Mother's Day to everybody. If you have a mom that's up with you, make sure you tell her you love her. And if you have one that is gone like I do, make sure that you make sure they rest in peace and you're not alone. So Mother's Day without mom, you know, different times and different years seem to be different. And I went to mom's grave and um, did a little prayer, put some flowers out today, and now I'm walking, as I always walk. And it's it's interesting. It's been a little over 2 years. Mom passed away in September 2023, getting on 3 years actually. And I think this year I'm a little better, right, than I've been in the past. You have moments, I think, that trigger things, right? Of course, and the day's not over yet, so who knows? But if you had a loss, you're not alone. Let me know. Love you to say something. And this station was created for my wellness journey, and I created it a couple years ago. So I had some health issues where I took Advil and vomited blood. It went through me in 2 different ways, almost died. And I was hospitalized. They didn't know if I had stomach cancer or an ulcer. I didn't have any of that, thank God. But they did find a hiatal hernia, and I believe that's I'm a balloon artist, from blowing up balloons by mouth with the pressure. And so I was on Nexium for 10 years with a lot of different issues, side effects, and I got off that after seeing some x-rays of bone loss. So I got onto high-impact ginger turmeric muscadine. I was referred to by some naturopaths and just started really paying attention to my health. And it's been a great journey. Started walking, and I used to walk out here with mom all the time. She loved to walk. Even during COVID, when she developed dementia, we would come out walking. And she was so determined to be in shape and to keep healthy and to do all the right things. She had such a determination. And, I started walking. I was always walking. I started walking 10,000 steps in a wellness quest we had this past fall called the Step Up app. And in that Step Up app, people could motivate each other and say, hey, I got this many steps in and told you, and send message to each other. It was great. So I decided to come on YouTube and start doing this live. And that way I'm not walking alone, and neither are you. So come walk with me wherever you are in the world. And moving a little bit is always great. There's so many great benefits to that, from better sleep to better clarity to weight loss to whatever it might be. Hello there. Welcome, welcome. Where are you from? Let me know. So, with that said, being Mother's Day, I went to mom's grave today, like I said, and of course, it's sort of sad and happy in a way because I believe that she's still with me, right? And if you're going through loss and you're grieving today a little bit or dealing with the same thing of mom that's not here, let me know in the comments. I love to know, and you're not alone. You're not alone. And like I said, I've had other years where I was really, really, and other moments you can see in my station, things trigger things sometimes. Today I feel good. I've been sleeping really well. I've been dreaming about my mom, right, on different things, and that's been wild. I mean, it's part of the healing process, because after mom died, I grieved really bad, and she was my best friend. So I went through a lot, and different things trigger things, right? Birthdays, these kind of type of things. Mother's Day was always a big deal. Oh, sorry, I didn't see what you said there. Hello there. Sergio, welcome. Welcome. Let me know where you're from. And this station is for people that are adults only, so please keep that in mind. But I do hope that this reaches out to the right people on this wellness quest that I'm having, and I like to share with everybody else as well. But what I want to know today, being Mother's Day, if you have a mom that's passed away as well, how are you doing with it? Are you thinking about the good moments? I know sometimes it's tough, and there's moments, and some things trigger things. Today, like I said, I went to the grave, took a picture, put flowers out. I ended up calling my mom's first cousin. I call her auntie out of respect. like seeing her soon. And she talked to my mom before she died, like the day before on a video chat, and they were very close. And my auntie in Montreal, and just wanted to say Happy Mother's Day to everybody and let them know hello and see what they're going through today too. We all have losses, right? But it's still a special day. And Mother's Day was always a big day. My mom always bought her flowers. She wanted red roses specifically and dark chocolate. I know they call it black chocolate. My mom had an accent. She spoke 3 languages. So I was like, Ma, it's called dark chocolate. And she loved it. And that's what she always wanted. So I always did that for her. And we always went out to eat. And we did great. I was just talking to one of my cousins and sharing with him. We were talking about people passed. And I was sharing with him how Mom always took care of herself, and she always, we were talking about actually gray hair, and one of our cousins started getting gray hair. And he's like, welcome to the club. And I'm like, I really don't have a lot of gray hair, but my mom did. And I said she would color her hair. And during COVID, she stopped, and she was like, and I took a picture of her, and she's like, that's me? And I'm like, yeah, that's you. And she couldn't believe it. She goes, oh, no. And I said, yes. I said, Ma, I go, let's get you the hairdresser, or let's, she had me buy color, and I did it. I never did it before, but I did that. And she felt better when I took the picture and showed her. So it was interesting. But little things you just remember that make her happy. And if you can relate to the same thing, like I said, I'd love to hear about that on this special day, Mother's Day. So anyway, I did talk before about the grief process and and the stress process of some of that. And for me, when I was taking care of my mom, of course I'd do anything for her. I wasn't following keto properly. She wanted me to eat with her, and I was very stressed out. And even after she passed, I would wake up panicked, right, or dreams of not sleeping right for several years already, because it'll be 3 years in September. Recently, I've been sleeping better, and I don't know, they say that it takes some people say it takes 3 years. I think it takes 3 years. And not that it necessarily gets better, but in a way it does get better. It's kind of bittersweet in a way. So if you understand that going through that, I'd love to hear a comment about that as well. But, the grieving process and stress it raises the cortisol levels too. It does affect your health. And since tracking my wellness journey and being a caretaker is not easy, I would do it in a minute again with no issues. I would do anything to have my mom back. But I do know she's with me. Like your loved ones are with you, whether physically or they passed on. And you have to believe that because it's really true. So again, I'm Steve Klein. I started this wellness station a few years back with my health issues, like I said. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. I do talk about whatever's happening at the moment. I don't want you to miss anything. And again, big shout out to everybody. Our first goal is to do 100 subscribers. We did that. And the next one was 150. We did that the other day. Now 200. So I figure the more, the merrier. And if it inspires you to walk, like I say, walk with me around the world, I love to subscribe to your station as well. So I find that walking not alone and talking about different things in your wellness journey has been so therapeutic and so helpful. And this way, this tool called YouTube, it just works amazingly, and it allows us to do that. So with that said, going back to taking the Advil and vomiting blood going through me in 2 different ways, almost died. And that's what got me into understanding, after being on that medicine, of the side effects. I needed to get off of it. Started doing research. Got on the high-impact ginger turmeric muscadine, and I'm telling you this for a reason. It got me to these naturopaths that understood things like reading the body from the what's happening on the outside, and that's everything from proper nutrition, absorption, blood flow, all that. But grieving is sort of part of depression, right? And sleeping better is sort of part of that too. Although you may not think that, but it is, okay? And for example, I'm not a doctor, not making claims, but I work with a bunch that are naturopaths. They have a different take on things. Most doctors are not trained much in nutrition at all. They learn very little. Funny thing is, when you're in a hospital, what I understand, in an ER a lot of times, when there's an issue, they put you in a magnesium drip. You do better. Magnesium is great for sleep, by the way. Magnesium is great for high blood pressure, by the way. Only when it's absorbing, and our food is so screwed up and everything. That's why I try to do keto and paleo and clean up the gut. And that's what the ginger, turmeric, and muscadine does and helps. So, with that said, back on keto and eating clean, right? It makes a big difference with all that. I'm sleeping better. I'm sleeping deeply. I'm dreaming. And it's great mental clarity. But also, it's been this intermittent fasting I've been doing, which is my third day, by the way. I'm really doing that again. And I'm not hungry. I'll go out tonight. I'm going to go to the Brazilian barbecue, believe it or not. I'm going to have beef and salad, keto, right? Hopefully I won't overeat the beef, I get it. But at the same token, I cut out all the sugar and all that. And I can feel my stomach where I'm able to kind of push it in a little bit as long as solid, which is great. So that's all important as well. So all these things make a difference. But going back to the grieving process and supplementation, right? B vitamins are really great, right? And magnesium. So that helps your body recover, rebuild, and all that on an area they call hard tissue. And it makes you sleep better. But not all is the same. Everything's not the same. Just like the ginger and turmeric and muscadine is not the same. Because if I can't get my body to absorb that magnesium or those B vitamins, we're in trouble. And like I always say, our gut is like driving a car over a bunch of nails. You got to take the nails out of the car tire so it doesn't get flat and patch the hole up and fill it back up with air. That's your gut, because everything from the Industrial Revolution, feeding the cows grains they're not supposed to eat, grass-fed or hay only, and the GMOs in the 90s, that's gotten everybody even worse. So believe it or not, with mental health or stress or whatever it is, you need B vitamins, you need magnesium. If the body's not absorbing it, a lot of them are not, you're not eating a clean diet, you're having an issue. All that matters. Walking, like we're doing now, which is totally complimentary and free. It's why I say, come walk with me. Drinking enough water, being hydrated, right? And when I went on and off of keto, mom was screaming at me to eat with her different things she wanted, and she wanted sugar and stuff. I was trying my best to give her keto, but again, with dementia, that calls it. But I didn't want to upset her, and she really wanted me to eat with her, so I did, and I was cheating with her, but I was trying to save my mom, right? I look back at that and just reflections. Like, I feel very different today. Of course, I miss my mom, but it's like maybe I'm accepting it, right? A little bit better. And if you can relate to that, let me know. I love to hear. So many things to put in perspective, and so many things to think about, and to just know that, you know, that we're all on the right track of this thing called life, and understanding it better, and living each day to the best you can, with or without your loved ones, because they're still with us, right? That's how I feel about it. So again, each day I walk, I go live, and I kind of go by what I feel, what I want to talk about. Some things are definitely always consistent, because that's my story and that's how it works. Like the ginger, turmeric, and muscadine, like tracking, what I learned how to do through hard tissue, soft tissue, sugar, and digestion. Those aren't going to change, okay? Because I've learned so much in terms of listening to my body. I hope that you do too. Listening to what you're going through, your emotions, your grieving process, right? Listening to it. A lot of doctors don't get it. They're easy to give you medications for stuff, okay? And I'm not saying not to do that. It just doesn't work for me. I'd rather a natural way of doing that. So, with that said, I hope that this hits you guys or resonates with you. I want to hear from you. Like I said, come on and, let me know. We have a wellness quest coming up. in a few weeks. It's complimentary. Wherever you are from the world, you can join it. You can send me a message, an email, right, with your information, whatever you're working on, whether you have grief going on, like today, if you lost your mom, right? And thank you, you too. And or if you are working on weight loss, or you're working on general health, or you want to learn to do keto, how to make recipes, or you want to know how to work out, we have all that as part of it. It's totally complimentary. And what I like about it is it keeps you accountable. Like, I believe the station and me, you guys, and new people, you're keeping me accountable, right? So walking and sharing my story and sharing my wellness journey. And I really want to hear yours too. So you can see some past wellness quests on Zooms on my station, and you can look at that. And they're great. They're always different. The more the merrier. We welcome everybody. And again, send me an email. So 9 weeks, there's prizes and all that. And if you like to do a health survey, it goes through hard tissue, soft tissue, sugar, and digestion. I'm willing to do that too. I had a mentor who passed away. Help me with that. Get parasites, and I want to pass that on. Also, a big shout out to Sean in Canada. She just passed away. She was on my last wellness quest. She had cancer. She was fighting to the end. And so many people, beautiful people that we know, are going through stuff. So, with that said, I hope everybody's doing well. If you're a mother, listen to this. Happy Mother's Day. If you have a mom that's alive, tell her you love her. If you have a mom that's passed, like I do, go to the grave and do a prayer and tell her that you love her as well. I hope everybody has a good one. And like I said, like, subscribe. I go live every day, different times, and keeping it moving. And I say, come walk with me wherever you're on the world. Let's make it happen. Just a little bit of movement does so many good things, guys. You guys have a good one. Happy Mother's Day again. Thanks for watching.